Good morning and welcome to day 41 of the Namparang Trail. Day 39, I really enjoyed it. Started off pretty flat along the river, then up and over a hill, and then my favourite part, up and over another hill, and it was all trail up on the ridge line, lots of steep ups and downs, but it was beautiful, so really enjoyed that. Arrived in the city, Tongyang, and it's about a kilometre walk to get to my motel. Just the way the city's laid out, apartments are all at the front, then the shops, then it is the motels. Lovely hotel, first time in a hotel. It's, yeah, very comfy, probably the most comfortable bed I've had. Ate a lot, rested, washed all my stuff. Oh, they were really dirty, just the brown. Took multiple rinses trying to get everything clean. I'm hand washing everything. And then today, it's a beautiful day today. So once I start on the trail, course 29, 17.6 kilometres, and it's a rating of medium, and it must be a couple of little hills. It looks like it's manual on roads. And then the next course is 13.6 kilometres or 13.2, and it is a rating of easy, the first easy in ages, and that is purely on the coast. Going to be pretty built up over the next few days. Yeah, should be good. Stopped off at the 7-Eleven to pick up some chocolate bars for today. It's the first store I've come across that's been a little dirty. Every other convenience store has been pristine clean. That one, no, weird. Alright, back on trail, section 29. So I'm here. My motel was all the way over there. So it's going around the coast all day today. Around to, and then it's going to go through a city for ages to get to the end of the course, which is just in here. And then the next course once again is continuing around, but there's a little bit, it's funny because this is easy, but this looks like to be going in a mountain road. So yeah, here we go, 29, back on trail, and I'm off. This morning I get these classical music to ease into the morning. Right. It's funny, it's a seaside place, but the city is not at all orientated around the sea. And there is this nice walking path. Leaving the busy, noisy road, off onto the quieter roads around the coast. It's nice having this nice and clean now. A sunscreen I had bought from the convenience store, and it just left residue everywhere. It was just awful. But I'm back to using a more familiar brand of sunscreen that actually absorbs in a lot better. One of the funny things, when I arrived in the city yesterday, day before, and school was out, and so groups of high schoolers around and some middle schoolers, and yeah, you expect a bit of attitude from them at times, kids being kids. They were just so incredibly polite, and a lot of them wanted to practice the English. And I went past one group and they were smoking, and they looked like the trouble kids, you know, the misfits that want to rebel against everything. And I'm pretty sure they're not meant to be smoking. And one stepped out in front of me, and I went, oh, here we go. You know, I bow and I went, hello, how are you? Where are you from? And yeah, they just wanted to practice a little English. Yeah, so much nicer. I know there are bad elements who are not so polite, but the majority are pretty cool. Come over the hill, have to suffer another nice view, though I don't like quite so much man-made stuff in it. It's funny that cities and towns, the transition from city to town is always so abrupt. And New Zealand, the towns seem to peter out. Things get further and further apart till they're gone, but yeah, they just seem to stop. Back out on the road, but I think the busier traffic's going that way. It's down to just 2 lanes going this way. It's a Sunday, so people out and about playing sport. Still on a footpath. Seems to be about every 500 metres is exercise stations. Footpaths are starting to get a little overgrown. Still on the footpath, 5 kilometres. Wow, that's a very intensive aquaculture out there. Look at that. We get an update. I'm here, started there, I'm here, still going around to there, so still got a way to go. I think there's a viewpoint here, which may be why the sign is here. So that's all the floats everywhere, floats, 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 floats. So, nah, not my kind of scenery, having so much man-made in there. Wow. And I am continuing on this footpath. Ooh, lighthouse in there, dropping down to a village. Another information centre. 320 metres, I might give it a pass this time. It's all seaweed drying in here. Wow. Almost looks like old rags or something. So we've changed over, we're back to the bike path and footpath. Ooh, look at that. But it's actually been quite good being on these cobblestones because the surface isn't smooth, undulating underneath, and yeah, just using slightly different stabiliser muscles in my legs. They're really advertising that info centre. There was one at 650 metres, now there's one at 2.2k. So after 8.7k, or less than 400 metres of road, so 8.3k on footpath, and we are on trail or footpath. Still footpath, dropping down into this town here. It's a quick way to descend into town. That was quite a steep bit. And on the flats, going through this town. It's got a spread out town. All the warehouses are floating. Make the most of it being nice and warm and hot and sunny, because it is forecast for rain all day tomorrow. Now we're leaving the town, climbing up the hill, way up to there. Couple more bays to go around to get to the city. But this hill is done. And there's another one. What's it up to now? 5.5k. Alright. In this little town, back into the trees a bit, and then it'll be built up for the rest of the course. More murals. I'm not going across the bridge. I'm heading around the corner where the bulk of the city is. Ooh, I'm on the nice soft surface, even though it's a bike path. Just come under the bridge. Quite a bit of the city is on that side. Dragon Head on the fake ship there. And a cartoon, which is really hard to make out what it is. A bit too complicated for seen from a distance. Got the softer footpath now, which is nice. Been under another bridge. I will continue along the waterfront for a little bit, and then I'm heading in for a tiki tour inland around the city. Not sure what I'm going to see. This is still Tangyang City, it's just the other part, and from when I get furthest into the city, it'd only be a 2k walk to get to the motel from there. So basically just in a big loop round. There's something famous about music here, given the quite a few of these plaques with songs. Here's another one in here. Ooh, City Museum. Looks like I'm going up and climbing. So we've climbed up and have a view over the city and still climbing. And more views of the city and more climbing, heading up there. Still climbing. My head's down, but looks like some sort of pavilion up here, so come up and have a look. Oh, right, Now I am at the top. There's some information plaques to go and have a look at soon. Right. And this little plaque talks about there's a facility which I can't. So this ahead. The concrete ones used to supply water for the local area. Used to be a shrine with a military flag in the Joseon period. And it was a public playground during the Japanese occupation. Alright, make my way down the next shady picnic bench. I'll stop and have some lunch. I've been looking forward to my lunch. There's the leftover of the fried chicken I had for dinner last night. Huge serving, much bigger than the others have been. And it is a garlic soy chicken, fried chicken. Definitely my favourite flavour, and it comes with a whole lot of pickles, and also came with gherkins, which they don't usually. Okay, so now we go downhill, we cut across, and then we go back up again. So there must be something to see over here as well. Maybe it was to go visit the shrine. Anyway, we're heading back up again to a junction. I thought it pointed this way, but I didn't see anything further. Looked back, saw a red arrow, did a sloop around and saw this over here. The marking has been really, really good. That is the first time I've been even slightly confused. Very impressed. Right, and turning. Oh, is this going to be steep? Downstairs. Okay, so this definitely looks historical in here. Even just the normal houses, the roof lines are cool. So there's something in here. A village or a big palace complex. There's no signpost, probably because I'm coming in the back. It's a naval base, and that massive hall that we saw was either the feasting hall or the banquet hall. I'm getting two different versions of what it was. It's like we're actually going through the complex. Oh wow, that's the baby one of what's upstairs. That's where the trail just came, and more buildings. Right, coming down. Ticket office is closed for some strange reason. So I'll continue on. Missed a turn, heading back. Right, back on track. Yeah, it's just one block, one short block thankfully. Neat artwork up here. Hello, there's a waterfront there saying waterfront cafe. They do have a water view, but they're definitely not waterfront. Am I at the top of this hill? Yes, at the top of this hill. About to go through this village. Lots of angel wings around here for photos. So going around and then curving back around on just on the other side, still at the top of the hill. So this loop, pretty much every wall has murals on it, which is probably why we're doing the loop. Wow. They had some photos a little bit further back showing the artists as they were doing it. Oh, and heading up the stairs. Winding the way up their little streets. I think there's a viewpoint up top here. Another watchtower. Didn't actually read the sign, Mural Village, so that's what it is. That was cool. I think we are now heading back out again. Found a park bench, but it's way too busy around here. Too many tourists, because that's the Mural Village up there. Down at sea level, but still really crowded. Found a seat, just looking over the boats and people watching as I ate my lunch, which is just as good as I was hoping. Alright. Surprise, surprise, we get another hill. I actually thought the sign was going to be down at the waterfront. Had a really good look around, didn't see it. Maybe it's at the next waterfront or at the top here. Statues. Oh good, we're off the road. Oh, massive building. Right, on the trail. Skip a little bit of hill. The statues are from a Japanese sculptor. The kinetic sculptures represent the meeting points of sky, sea, land and man. Vertical stainless steel plates throw back beautiful optical effects as they turn around and reflect the changes of the 4 seasons, climate and culture. Right. I'm back down again. I'm going to assume I missed the course changeover sign, so that means I'm now on course 28, 13.9 kilometres, estimated time of 4 hours 30 and rated easy. First easy in ages. Quieter on this side of that little hill. Almost deserted on this side. And along the waterfront. Fish are transported live a lot. So those are all water tanks in there, little viewpoints for each water tank. And there's a whole lot of trucks along here, some are emptying out their water. But yeah, so live fish, so it's pretty fresh most places in the country. The scabby area around the waterfronts, there's heaps of tourist buses over there for some reason. Then you got all of these little snack things pretty on full, and a hill. Looks like a nice park up in here. This is where all the tourist people have come. Big statue, some admiral, got some viewpoints. So this area here was a major battle in 1592. In August, the Joseon, so Korea, ancient Korea, found out that there was a fleet of 700 Japanese ships were approaching, and basically they set up an ambush around the island, and they ambushed, and 73 Japanese ships were destroyed, and the fleet basically turned around, and that was the end point of this Japanese invasion. And every year they do a reenactment out here. So they've got all the islands on the thing, and this is Admiral Yi Sun Sing, the same guy we've seen in the past. Pretty influential commander. Right, that's pretty. Going to be heading around here. And there's bound to be a hill somewhere here because I see the path, but I don't see where it ends. Though this isn't easy, so there shouldn't be. This is the logo of the area. Alright, downhill. I see some stairs up there. I wonder if it does go around. And up the stairs. We're on trail. And I've seen signs saying 1.1k to something, so hopefully that means we're on trail for all of that time. Lovely. Still climbing. Won't be for long though. Heading back down, it's one of those nice trails. You've got an option of stairs or not. Oh, that's nice. Hasn't been a straight up, straight down. It has been up, down, though I think the big downhill started. Quite a few people out and about walking in it. Nearly back down to the water. Got the mat in again. It's pretty. Watch out for crabs and lizards. Oh, I see a Namparang sign up here. That's where I've just been. Right, I'm at 28, which, okay, yeah, so I did miss, and it was somewhere by the waterfront where the course changeover was, so I'm here, so it's sort of in and out of little towns before we get a nice little bit in the forest, then back out to towns again. Okay. I feel like a cafe. A little cafe, sat outside in the shade, which is lovely, and there are 2 Canadian ladies, so Westerners, second time I've seen Westerners, so they're only here for 2 weeks. Beautiful blueberry smoothie. They do very good smoothies here, and they filled up my water bottles for me as well. And turning off the coastal road, we do a little loop inland. Eventually we'll head back out again. Town tour and apartments up ahead as well. Still waiting to see what the attraction was of coming up here. Turn the corner, heading down now. Wow, that was a pretty underwhelming tour through nothingness. Okay. Through town for a little bit, and under the underpass. Had to wait for the lights. They plan to have a crossing there. Alright. Nice in the shade here. Leaving the city behind. Oh, up in the trees, oh, the shade is gorgeous. And a slight breeze. Right, we are heading up on trail. I don't know what makes this easy, whereas the last course was medium. This is a lot more challenging for many than the other one. I wanted to say. So there are wild boar along this track. So don't throw stones, don't run away, stare them in their eyes, slowly back away and find something to hide behind. Alright, on the lookout for wild boars. First bit was a little overgrown, but it's been some pretty recent trail maintenance, mowing it. Climbing. That's it for the single track. I'm going to do gravel road now. That was a good steady climb up and dropping down now. Yeah, biggie. No pigs yet. This is great. It's much longer than I was expecting, and we still go around this one as well and around, then come down the back of the town and drop down, and then there's some more forest too on the map. Is new. Wow. Alright, we have 4 different indicators here for us. So, Namparang Trail, going that way. According to this, still another 4.7. And an update on where we are on course 28. So I'm here. So still a bit more into the forest until here. And then we're out, then across to there. This is just the hill we're in. And then we got big Namparang things here as well, showing we're on course 28. These are new. Right. So I'm guessing I go this way. Oh, we have another one too. Oh, this one only says 3.4. What's up with that? According to my watch, I'm at 27.7. 3.4 is closer to what I was expecting. Unfortunately, leaving the trees. So I'm heading this way, but see the road sign there? It's 100 metres. There's a road going that way. That is course 15. So I'll be heading that way in a few days' time. At the end of this course, we then cross over onto an island and go all the way around the island. Back out at the road, but going under the underpass. Back at the ocean again. Gonna continue to follow it around to somewhere near those buildings. Watching the white bird hunting. Seems to not be minding me as much as normal. A beautiful old building. Hello. Memorial. Yes, it must be a shrine. A lot of gravestones in there. Cute little place. And here is the end of the course. Alright. And course 27 is 10.1 kilometres, rating of medium, and it's going through to here, and I am going to look at camping somewhere in these trees along here, and that's about 3k away to get to there, which is going to make it a later night, but I'm hoping for a convenience store somewhere in here, and I'll buy dinner rather than having to worry about it once I'm camped. Right, over the bridge. A skinny footpath. Come back on that other bridge. Bit of a bridge panorama. And I'll be heading across to that road and then heading up the valley, and it'll be paralleling with course 15 for a little bit before we turn off and then head inland. That is convenient. I see a 7-Eleven directly ahead. So the logo, Blue City Golgi. That is the new city logo. Oh, that was good. And a hamburger and a chocolate milk. Doesn't look like there's many shops for the next 4 or 5 sections, so I have stocked up with enough snacks. I also got lunch for tomorrow, stocked up on water. Unfortunately they only had a 2 litre, didn't want to throw it out, so I'm carrying it all. And I did get 1 electrolyte drink as well, just to spread out during the day, so pack's a little heavier, stomach's nice and full. So now about 2k, maybe 3. Hopefully I'll find some nice trees to stay in. 2 ladies, I think in their 60s. A lot of the time they'll just hello and nothing else, but when I was just looking at me, and then my assumption was she asked, once again, a completely different way of asking, which I thought was, where are you from? So I answered New Zealand. She seemed happy. And then, what are you doing? So I was standing right by an arrow, so I was able to point to it. I love faking my way through conversations. Seaweed. A friendly town. I was talking about the ladies who stopped and said hello and asked me, and I saw another lady who did the same thing. I was really struggling to understand what she was saying, so I got the Google Translate out. It still wasn't working very well, and she invited me in for coffee, so got to go inside her house and have a look around. She gave me a boiled egg with salt and some coffee, and the translator just was not working very well, unfortunately, so it was very hard trying to talk to each other. It's a lovely lady. Said she's 72. I would have put her in her mid-50s, and her husband was there as well, watching baseball. And then as I left, she asked if I needed water, and then gave me a big handful of lollies as well. Oh, it was a lovely lady. Knowing that we couldn't talk very well, she still just wanted to give me a coffee. Yeah, I've said it before, trail magic capital on this trail. The people are just lovely. I know a lot of the Koreans cook these, big meals, lots of dishes, and side dishes and main dishes, but the kitchen is so small. And I think her house looked pretty average size from what I've seen around, but very little kitchen bench space. So yeah, it's interesting. Ooh, and it's a goat. Okay. Yeah, under the road. My only problem with these encounters, so I'm not the best at reading social cues, but it's, how do I extract myself without being rude and showing the proper appreciation or not overstaying? Thankfully I get forgiven for a lot because of being a foreigner. They know I don't understand the customs as well. Alright, getting under this super busy road, and then hopefully it's not long till I'm getting into trees after that. Alright, now I am on a much quieter road, and may even be a gravel road. So now I can start looking for a tent site. Yep, it's a gravel road. 3.7k to Dundalk Gesson. Of course, up a bit of a hill. That's more explanation. Dundalk Gesson is a fortress. Right, 7.5k left on this leg and climbing. Beautiful gardens coming along here. Some sculptures. Dragon teapot. Right, road is down there. I actually came up the long way, but headed up the hill for a little bit, but ended up coming back down here, and this looks alright. I was very careful about drainage and making sure my tent is ready, because it's meant to start raining. The forecast is it'll start raining at around 4 a.m. Well, I'll probably be asleep.